Hey guys, welcome to Mr. Rogers Afternoon Clay School. Working on my slab box today. It's just put the fifth side on here. Soft and gooey clay still. So I wanted to make a quick video of me sealing this up. Putting this last side on. This side is can be the tough part. And of course, when I seal it up, I won't be able to go in and reinforce the inside seams until I take the box apart and cut the lid out. So I got to do a good job putting this on. So first we're going to do a dry fit to see which way it sort of fits in best. So it fits in pretty nicely that way, not so great that way, and it's probably fine this way too. So if the sides of your cube end up not being quite square as you build, that's okay, because again, we're building with clay, which is pretty forgiving material. So this connection here is still pretty raw, but all the other connections are a day or two old, so they're all pretty strong. So I'm just going to be careful not to knock off the fifth side when I put the sixth side on. You can put these together all in one shot, all six sides, or you could do 4 or 5 sides and then put the other sides on the next day. You just want to make sure you're putting it together when all the slabs are about the same level of hydration. You don't want to put soft slabs onto a hard box. All right, so it just drops in place there. And now comes the slightly more difficult part. Is I need to squeeze and push this into place. So I turn it so I can see, and I jam this into the seam. And what I want to see is that slip ooze out of every seam. And if I don't see this slip oozing out, that could mean there could be an issue later on. What the slip does when we see it ooze out is that we know it's doing its job and going in there and filling in all the air pockets. All right, that looks pretty good. I don't want to add too much moisture to the clay. I just slipped it up pretty well, so when I smooth and blend, I want to sort of try to do this with dry hands if I can. And I can do a pretty good job when the clay is still really soft and raw like this. But I'll do a better job tomorrow when everything is set up leather hard and everything's equalized to a nice leather hard or soft leather hard. And again, I'll repeat myself, to make this seam strong, I will trade structural integrity for texture and surface treatment. So if I lose a bit of this surface treatment, it's okay. Doesn't bother me. I'd rather it not look quite as nice, but not fall apart. All right, again, that looks pretty nice. Those seams look great. There we go. So all the seams here have been attended to. And the rest of this pot is leather hard, except for those two, except for the seams where I just put on. Those are the soft parts. So now I've just made basically a clay balloon, and what's going to happen is as I let this set up, the clay is going to shrink and the slabs are going to shrink. But what's not going to shrink is that pocket of air that's trapped in the clay balloon that I've made. So if I don't allow the air to escape somehow, then as the clay balloon shrinks on the air is going to win, and the air will pop the balloon open. So I just pick a fun spot here with my needle, and I poke a hole, and that will allow the air to escape. So as the clay balloon just shrinks ever so slightly, that air can get pushed out that hole. And it can just be a pinhole like that. That's perfectly fine. If you don't do that, then the air is gonna want to escape somehow, and it's gonna crack your slab box at its weakest point, which is gonna be one of your seams. All right, so next video, I'm going to cut out the lid and clean it all up. And that will be tomorrow when all this slip heals up and goes leather hard. All right, thanks for watching.